Well, hello everyone. I'm Jessica and this is Andrew. Today in this video, we are going to do a typical interview about pets and animals. So take your time, sit back, and enjoy the video. If you guys want something more challenging, you can list off all the questions that is in the video. So you can use it for your own video to show your opinions. It's not compatible. It's up to you. Okay, so let's begin. Well, hello. So the first question is, what is one of your favorite animal? Why do you like it? I like cats. Cats are good pets. Yeah, if like you're out all day, they can take care of themselves. So long as you got like a nice sunny spot and something for them to scratch up. Yeah, cats are cool. You have a cat as a pet? I don't have any pets. Back in the States, my family has two cats. If you're turning to an animal, which animal would you be? Being a human is a really good deal. I feel like being a dog would not be that bad. Assuming that you were born in like Finland or something. Different cultures respect or treat animals very, very differently. If there's any ones of truth to put in some, hopefully I'm doing things right, so I don't have to ever consider that questions. So I keep moving up, I keep leveling up with my experience points of reaching towards to Obana. Anyway, I don't know. What is the difference between a pet and a wild animal? Pets usually are domesticated versus wild animals are wild by nature, literally and figuratively by nature. And hopefully if you've been a responsible owner, the domesticated pet has received all the various vaccination, shoes, and whatnot to ensure what that is likely to transmit and sort of disease versus wild animals while they don't get that medical care. So wild animals tend to be a lot more dangerous for the disease that they can carry, most notable of which would be rabies. What can children learn by having a pet? Two things come to mind. First off is some degree of responsibility if they are required to take care of the pets to an extent. But like one is they can learn that from doing household chores, so they don't require a pet to learn that. Secondarily, consequences for actions. So if a child say, I don't know, yanks on the tail of the dog and the dog goes around and retaliates in some way, well, cause and effect, they realize there are consequences for their action. But again, there are many ways they can learn this. They'll pet a cat before, right? And then they're happy and happy and happy for a little bit, and then they started like get this little look in their face, and like, oh, I should really stop petting you, but I'm kind of liking it. And then before you know, the cat turns around, bites you, and claws and all that. So I suppose that where you start to also learn to pay attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, potential painful consequences may be around the corner. Isn't this too much for children? I don't know, some of you people like high school and university age, right? Have you ever been to a zoo? Yes, I've been to a few different zoos. How's it? Blake, abysmal, borderline. I did it's not a place I would want to go again. It's yeah. I've been to a happier place. I've certainly been to greener places. Should animals be kept in the zoo? There are pluses and negatives. And those animals can get certain amounts of healthcare aid, rehabilitation and things that of that sort as well. Endangered species can be kind of guided back from the brink of extinction potentially. But if we've been responsible human beings, we're not putting them in that situation in the first place. So if you do it right, it can be a positive thing. But I think a lot of people don't do it right. Do you think the most important thing by which a psychopath can be recognized is the attitude toward animals? Okay, so first the word psychopath had two parts: psycho, which means mind, and path, which refers to pathology or illness of some kind. So I mean somebody with any kind of mental illness. Mental illness is a broad spectrum, and some people have mental illness where clearly it makes them very antisocial. But the vast majority of people who have any degree of mental illness are not like that. This is much more on a normal spectrum, and you wouldn't know that they have any kind of mental illness. So let's just clarify with that. Now that being said, for people who are expecting to become or expected to be exceptionally antisocial, yes, it's seen as indicator or predator. It's a legitimate checklist that we have for people that who are likely to become serial killers. And one of the things on that list is that they derive pleasure from the torture of killing of animals just for the sake of torturing and killing those animals. It doesn't mean like hunting and killing as sport. That's different. Doesn't mean killing for meat. That's different. It doesn't mean killing or torturing as is conducted in Vietnam. Like, say for dog meat, dogs are tortured before killing. So that way they release adrenaline and supposedly makes the meat taste better. I've seen people torturing kill mice in their home to make the mouse squeak and squeals and scream in agony and death throes and all that. And I was told them do that because the other mice can hear this and realize they don't want to have the same fate for themselves. I don't know if that's correct, but I see enough YouTube videos and things like that. That I don't think is just hearsay. So again, those are different from simply torturing and killing animals for the sake of torturing. Killing animals in one's own. Do you think it is acceptable to tax domestic on animals? Testing cosmetic on animal. I think that if we don't test cosmetic on animals, then they're just going to be tested on the general public. That being said, there are a lot of tests that can be done before they are tested on animals to ensure that they will be as safe as feasibly possible. On those animal and that animal testing is a fairly archaic way of testing products. And as technology develops and advances, we're going to find we have ways of testing products that don't require animals, and as soon as we can do that, the better. You know, if we can face past testing on animals, then that would be ideal. How do you feel about the use of animals for medical research? Same as testing the cosmetic. If something that's useful in the some extent to some extent, but again, it's absurd as we develop more technology, we can move past it. The one thing that has a big of an issue is when people start testing like dietary components on animals. Like quite some years ago, there was a test done on using artificial sugar with rats, and the use of the artificial sugar